Hey Dracula, have you ever wondered why we can fly?
Sure have, Edward. It sure is weird being the only mammal that can fly. What's the story behind that? And now that you mention it, wouldn't you think we'd be harboring some serious viral infections from all the blood we consume? Why does that never make me sick?
Well, I just read an article in Science magazine by Zhang et al. That can answer all of your questions.
Neato, tell me more!
Well, by conducting a comparative analysis on the complete genomes of 2 different species of bats, scientists have been able to gain an understanding behind the origins of flight evolution and bat immunology.
No way! So, are you telling me that by comparing base pair sequences in our DNA, we have been able to deduce our evolutionary history?
That's exactly right, Drac. Genes involved in detection and repair of genetic damage were surveyed. These were the genes that played a part in the mechanisms that regulate or counteract the negative byproducts of flight, such as reactive oxygen species, or ROS for short. Some of these genes code for RAD50 and MDM2 and other DNA-dependent protein kinases. These genes are believed to be directly related to minimizing and repairing the adverse effects of ROS, such as DNA damage. These negative effects are a consequence of flight, and these genes help to lessen or partially eliminate these effects. Another interesting finding is the positive selection regarding flight-related genes in our ancestors. These genes include COL3A1, which is involved in skin elasticity, and CACNA2D1, which has a role in muscle contraction. Such genes are critical to our capability to sustain flight.
Wow, Edward, that's crazy. Didn't you also mention something about our immunology? What does science have to say about that?
Well, Dracula, Zhang et al. Also examined genes of the innate immune system. Positively selected genes in the bat ancestor include CREL. CREL is a proto-oncogene, thus being critical to B-cell survival and proliferation. In addition to diverse roles in innate and adaptive immunity, CREL plays a role in the DNA damage response by activating ATM and CLSPN. ATM and CLSPN play a part in initiating activation of the DNA damage checkpoint, which can lead to cell cycle arrest. Furthermore, the DNA damage response plays an important role in host defense and is a known target for virus interaction, which raises the possibility that changes in DNA damage response mechanisms during selection for flight could have influenced our immune system.
Geez, Edward, you sure are one brainy bat. So what you're saying is that comparative analysis of bat genomes provided insight into the history of bat evolution? My oh my, this study sure has helped bridge some large gaps in our current understanding of bat biology, and I bet it could be used to better guide further research on the subject.
Indeed it could, Dracula. In fact, Shayer et al. Already used these findings in another important study concerning malaria pathology and its high levels of variation amongst our North African brothers.
Oh man, Edward, I don't know if my poor bat ears could handle hearing about another study right now. Can't we just fly around and eat some moths instead?
Alright, fine. But only because I'm hungry. Next time you won't be able to get out of this so easy, Dracula.
It's getting kind of hard to believe things are going to get better. I've been drowning too long to believe that the tide's going to turn. And I've been living too hard to believe things are going to get easier now. I'm still trying to shake off the pain from the lessons I've learned. And if I see Van Helsing, I swear to the Lord I will slay him. He'd take you from me, but I swear I won't let it be so. Blood will run down his face when he is decapitated. His head on my mantle is how I will let this world know how much I love you. Die, die, die. I can.